Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome to Beyond Conversations with Saharwan. I'm your host and founder of Beyond Talent. In this space, we share stories, raw filter moments of our leaders beyond their titles, beyond their designations. Today, I'm really pleased and honored to have Miss Eman. Eman is a leader and a founder of 217 Marketing PR. She has over 18 years of experience across marketing, brand strategy. Her work spans startups to build established brand across luxury, retail, and investment sector, where she has played a key role in shaping brand narratives and driving growth. Iman represents a modern leader who combines business intelligence with creative vision, building and guiding while evolving through her journey, through her work in media and PR marketing. Assalamu alaikum, Iman. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you so much for having me today.
You're most welcome. Iman, as we know, you work in PR, luxury, fashion. I would like to know who is Iman beyond her titles.
Ooh. Well, Eman is a person who loves the finer things in life.
Wow. Can you give me example which kind of things and what you do? We would like to know.
So I was always into media and I always loved PR. So ever since I studied it, and I always wanted to venture towards that line of work. So when I started my agency, I always appreciated the finer things in life. So I wanted to venture only towards that thing. So I was really into journalism. I loved the magazine, the publishing industry. That's why I went towards marketing and communication in the university. So I studied that. And then from that, I did start working in corporate, but from that I said, no, I wanted to start my own agency.
So, what was the inspiration behind your agency 217 PR, right?
It was purely by chance. So I left a previous job, started the agency, and one of my first clients was in fashion retail. So once I saw how things work there, I wanted to niche down because in PR, there are PR agencies that work with every industry. However, I wanted to stick to one industry and perfect it. So that's why we only work with luxury and fashion brands.
Wow. So, as a kid, have you ever thought about like you will be doing fashion, luxury, PR, or what inspired you?
When I was a kid, I knew that I would end up something to do with media because I really loved the magazine industry, journalism, writing articles, reading articles. So I knew that this was meant to be.
That's nice. And do you think over the time, luxury, PR, media has evolved in Bahrain, especially?
The industry has evolved. It has changed to the better. We have more homegrown brands right now. They do look into the quality of the pieces, how it's made. Even when it comes to the consumer, our consumer, whether they're male or female, they do want to invest in luxury goods or into a very good, well-made piece. So, but I do think that now a wider audience want, like I said, the finer things in life.
So, talking about finer things and how things has evolved, especially in luxury marketing and also like retail, as we mentioned, also fashion. So, what do you think are common mistakes many people are doing, like brands and
Copying each other. Not being creative enough. So when a brand starts, they look at the brand next to them and then they copy either their designs, how their marketing, how their communication is. It is okay to stand out. So I think that when a brand wants to start, if they really want to set themselves apart, they have to look at their product, what they're servicing, who are their clients, and then really niche it down. So then their clients would come to them and really enjoy their product.
it's about being authentic, having your own vibe and creating something which you owns it, right? What are your thoughts on storytelling? How important it is in
It's very important because now when you consume media, the way you actually digest information, if it's told to you in a way of like storytelling. So if there's a context to it, or how a piece is made, or how did this come through, or how did this idea come through, storytelling is a very crucial part in the story. Okay, now with our attention spans, maybe not a very long story, but
Yeah.
some aspects of a story being there is very crucial.
Exactly. And as we were speaking previously about you're founder of 217 PR, and how do you manage all this together? Challenges.
I do have to owe it to my family, who have been very supportive of me in terms of helping me out. So you do need that village with you to help
Definitely.
to help support, especially in our industry, especially as an entrepreneur as well. So yes, I do owe it to my family.
And talking about your journey as an entrepreneur, as a founder, did you find it difficult being a woman in this industry?
Gender-wise, specifically, no. Actually, things are easier for women. I have to say that.
Yeah.
However, being in the luxury industry, we did face some challenges in terms of our background, because we're competing with other agencies that are European based, Dubai based, and we are based in Bahrain. We don't look or sound like the other agencies. So there were some challenges. However, we were able to overcome it very easily.
I think it's very important to have a resilient mindset. What do you think about what mindset is very important to keep you going?
I think it's important to have a growth mindset.
Exactly.
Things are not going to be easy, and that's okay. Just learn from it, get it out of the way, learn the lesson, and then you have to keep venturing forward.
And do you think it's your responsibility to be a leader for your team, and how do you manage it? What do you believe about leadership?
I believe that a true leader will be there for their team and lead by example. So not by micromanaging. No, setting clear goals for the entire team, setting their expectations, saying, okay, these are your tasks, this is what your deliverables. Everyone has their own set of tasks. And then, making sure everyone's on board with the vision, and then just checking in and making sure that you as a leader make it easier for them to achieve their goals. Yeah.
Beautifully said, because as a leader, it's your responsibility to lead them at the right path.
True.
When I was talking to you previously, Eman, you mentioned about Fashion Week, which was very exciting. If you can please tell me about your journey, your Fashion Week, London Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week.
So we were very lucky enough to actually take some homegrown brands and get them into Fashion Week. So we've done Paris Fashion Week twice with our brands.
Amazing.
And we also got one of our brands into London Fashion Week to be part of the actual showcase for the British Fashion Council, which was very exciting. And during that show was the only time that Her Majesty the Queen, Queen Elizabeth, actually attended the show. So she got to see the brand. We got to meet her in person, and it was such an exciting moment for us.
So nice.
It was.
So it's a core memory.
I do encourage brands, especially homegrown brands, don't limit yourself, because you could be one of those brands showcasing in Fashion Week.
So nice. It's like you should be proud of yourself, proud of your business.
I am. It's been such a great journey so far.
Even in Bahrain, you're handling Rashid Equestrian, the races, and I've met you a couple of times there, and you're all sweet, running around, and so many things you're doing. How do you handle pressure?
Ooh. Well, I do enjoy the pressures of work, because to me it feels like a blessing. That means there's work there. But it's all about how you actually manage it internally. So I do work out to get the stress out. I make sure I take care of myself.
It's very important.
And I make sure that I also have a good group around me, that whenever I do feel pressured, I can discuss things with them
Yeah.
to actually get sound advice as well.
Very well said. It's very important to take care of yourself first, like pour in yourself first, and then you
True.
can give out to the people. As we are drifting towards ending this episode, which I don't want to because we're having so much fun, I would like to know, Iman, what really keeps you grounded?
What keeps me grounded is my relationship with Allah, with God.
Subhanallah.
Always going back to Him, because no matter what the burden is, the best time I get to reflect is when I'm, closer to Him, when I'm praying to Him. And that's when I feel the most grounded. Yes.
Whoa, that's beautifully answered, Iman.
Thank you.
As we move towards ending this episode, we're having so much fun, and just like, we're having good chat over a coffee. I would like to know what message you will give to your younger self.
We did it.
Wow.
We did it, yes.
Amazing. And if someone wants to be like you, young entrepreneurs, young girls, what would you like to tell them?
Ooh. Just go for it. Don't wait until you're ready. Just start and learn as you proceed. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Iman, for coming, and it was a pleasure having you with us today. On this note, I would like to end: always follow your dreams, follow your passion, and do not think that you are not capable of achieving them, and keep going. Thank you so much. Until we meet again.